Let's talk about what to do if your ex ignores your text. But first, my name is Clay with ModernLove.life, where we help you get the great, loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you deserve to be loved with the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by hitting that thumbs up button and by subscribing to this channel if you're new here. Also, I want to let you know that we do have a new training course called Connect and Commit. It helps you to basically say things the right way to your ex so that you can kind of get to the next step and create a deeper emotional connection with them that can lead the two of you to getting back together. I'm not going to hard sell you on that here, but you can go ahead and check it down below in the description. It's not very expensive. Check it out if you're interested. If not, no worries. All right, so we're continuing our series on communicating with your ex, on all that stuff, because of the situation that we all are aware of, and how it's affecting our lives and how things are a little bit different than they used to be. Once again, if you missed my video that I did, I think it was about a week or so ago on this whole situation, you can go ahead and check it out up there. But let's go ahead and get into this. So, your ex may not respond to a text message. It happens, right? And there's all sorts of reasons why this might be going on. First and foremost, they may just have not gotten the opportunity to respond to it yet, because who knows, right? Maybe something came up. Maybe something else is consuming their attention. Maybe they're stressed out about something. I can't imagine what you'd be stressed out about these days. Maybe they are, busy with something. Maybe they're taking somebody to the hospital. Hopefully not, especially with these current situations. But there are things that come up that can consume your ex's attention to the point where they just kind of let certain things slide, and they kind of go into, just dealing with the most urgent things in their lives. And sometimes, a text message that just comes across and is really casual, really lighthearted, doesn't seem very urgent. So that's something to keep in mind. They may respond to it eventually when they have the time, when they have the bandwidth. Don't overthink this. I mean, especially if it's just been like, a few minutes or an hour or two or something like that. But if it's been, a day or so, okay, now we're kind of getting into new territory here. So why might your ex not respond to a text message at this point? And that could be because of basically emotions. Basically, there's a part of them that is afraid to engage with you emotionally because of what they think it's going to mean. Now, there are two big categories of emotions that we are going to be talking about in this video. The first one is that your ex may feel a sense of resistance towards interacting with you because of hurt, pain, uncomfortable emotions, things like that, related to things that happened before, during, or after the breakup. That means that, maybe some words were said, maybe some things were done, either things that directly led up to the breakup or things that maybe were said, in the heat of the moment, during the breakup, after the breakup, stuff like that. And those may need to be addressed. We can't just kind of ignore them, pretend they didn't happen, and then just sort of step forward into interacting with our ex as if nothing happened. If there was some sort of major breach of trust or major thing that hurt them, again, this is from their point of view, not from your point of view. I'm sure you have your own story and rationale behind that and everything, but again, we're not analyzing their behavior from your point of view. We're analyzing their behavior from their point of view, because that's the only way that it's going to make sense. So we want to look at how they interpreted what happened or what was said, and did it hurt them emotionally? If it did, then we need to directly address that. Okay, so let's directly address that either through some of the communication strategies like the Fresh Start letter, which we outline in Connect and Commit. We also outline that in the Ex Solution Program course. Or if you want to kind of do this yourself, you can basically just kind of put the pieces together emotionally and just directly address that with your ex. Talk to them. Let them know how what you imagine happened is affecting them on an emotional level. And oftentimes just being seen, being heard, responding to them with empathy and understanding can be enough for them to let go of the pain and hurt that they're holding on to, so they can actually start to be open and receptive to talking to you again. That way, the next time that you text them, they may respond to you. So that's situation one. If they don't respond to you, okay, is there some, actually that's situation two. Situation one is if, something came up that we just don't know about. Situation two is if they're holding on to some heavy emotions that are keeping them from wanting to interact with us, okay? Things, hurt feelings related to before, during, or after the breakup, stuff like that. Definitely address those if that is applicable to you. Don't do it if it's not applicable to you. In the past, I've had clients who have been like, yeah, I've used the fresh start technique and it didn't work. And I was like, well, did you need to use it? And they're like, no. It's like, okay, well, then it just comes across as a little bit weird, a little bit strange, a little bit forced. So don't you do these things just because you're looking for something to do, but do it when it's necessary. The third situation is pretty common as well, too. And that's when your ex believes that you are relationship focused, or even your ex is relationship focused themselves. Basically, they believe that it's either black or white, that if the two of you are interacting with one another, it means that the two of you are going to be moving towards getting back together or moving towards dating or something like that. Basically, there's too much of a romantic filter over your interactions to the point where they feel as if they need to make a decision right now before they are emotionally ready to do so. And if that's the case, then what you want to do is you want to turn down the intensity on that pressure that they feel. So create a gray space. I know that this is maybe one of the more controversial things that I tell people, but you really don't have to worry about the friend zone between you and your ex. The two of you feel a sense of attraction for one another. That's something that's happened. That's not something you can just quickly undo. It's not something you can just choose to do. As many other dating and relationship coaches have said, looking at you, David D'Angelo, attraction is not a choice, which means that once the attraction is turned on, you can't just turn it off. It keeps going unless something changes it. And so it's not really a matter of attraction that's keeping the two of you apart. It's really a matter of that emotional connection. And if that emotional connection is not in place, your ex is going to feel this black and white decision that they have to make. So what we want to do is we want to create a gray space and say it's okay to be friends for the time being. Let's not try and force anything that's not there. And that way that allows your ex to focus on connecting with you on an emotional level, rather than trying to force something that's not there right now. So let's just bring their focus and attention back to the present moment so that we can actually focus on creating a strong emotional connection so that when they feel ready, when they feel prepared, they're actually able to choose to be in a relationship with us because it feels good, because it makes sense, and because it's the most natural and organic thing possible to do at this point in time. So if that's the case, I might consider sending a message to your ex, just, dialing down the pressure that they might be feeling. And that, of course, is also another strategy. A fourth strategy is what we call closing the loop. This is when your ex doesn't respond. This is, maybe a little bit related to that first situation where you don't know what's going on. But what you want to do is you want to close the loop. And so closing the loop is really just kind of circling back to the question that you asked them, the thing that you sent them or something like that, and just taking the pressure off of that. Because if they continue to feel the pressure of that unanswered text message or that unresponded text message, it's going to cause an obstacle for them when they pick up their phone and think about sending you a message in the future. They're going to feel kind of guilty about it. They're going to feel like, oh, I didn't respond to that last one. Maybe I shouldn't, because now, in addition to everything that is going on between the two of us, I also have this layer of guilt about not responding to that last message that they sent me last week or whenever it was. So we want to alleviate that. And also we want to alleviate the sense of hurt feelings that you feel as well too, because you sent your ex a message and they're not responding. And so there's part of you that's wondering like, hey, what's going on? Why didn't they respond? And so if you can close the loop, that will also relieve any sense of resentment, hurt feelings, or anything like that that's holding over you, because you're kind of releasing it back out there, and you can both come to one another with a clean, clear ability to communicate with one another. So anyway, I hope this has helped you out. Again, if you want a little bit more help communicating with your ex, be sure to check out Connect and Commit down below. It's in the description box. I'm not going to hard sell you on this or anything like that. You can check it out. If it's right for you, go ahead and sign up. If not, no big deal. We've got plenty of more videos to do here. But also, please give this video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here. And also, if you want to learn more about how to communicate with your ex through texting, please make sure to check out this series over here. You may also want to check out this video over here as well too, but thank you so much. My name is Clay, and I'll talk to you next time.